always been such a big believer. If you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Yo, people, it's your boy J1. I'm here with James Maddison and Bud Football. We're going to be talking about Goal of the Month.
From Mendy. And Maddison. Oh, that's glorious! That is more than special from James Maddison.
So, James, what are you telling me, my guy? Talk to me.
How's things, bro? You're looking well. What's going on?
Let's talk about this goal, though. You look up before you shoot, yeah? Did you know the ball was going in that top corner before you shot?
To be fair, I just remember getting the ball, yeah, and no one really closing me down. I managed to get in front of Kyle Walker. That's what I've done for years, bro. I've always practiced from that sort of area, just on the left side, you know, just like finessing it, R1 circle.
Yeah. I can't lie, you've always been a finesser. Like, you always know how to finesse the ball.
And it just opened up for me. And obviously, to be fair, I remember thinking, like, to beat Maddison, who's obviously one of the best keepers in the world, probably arguably the best in the Premier League, it has to be right in the top corner. So I couldn't be a bit safe with it. And luckily, it managed to fly in. It was a good feeling, yeah.
Man, no, that's sick. And talk us through your celebration, bro.
Celebration was for Stuart Birtwistle, who was our doctor here at Leicester, who sadly passed away in lockdown, and he was like a legend, man. If you've seen him, he's had like good energy, good vibes, great at his job, and just a real popular figure around Leicester throughout the whole club. I said to a few of the staff and his family that I'd dedicate the next goal that I scored for him, and thankfully they don't come much better than that at the Etihad, so I'm glad I could do that for him, yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie, James. The goal was a banger still. I had to replay that like 5 times, bro, on your
You've got that in the locker. You've got that tech in the locker. I remember seeing that.
Hey, bro, come on, man. You know that. Hey, please tell me you saw the Soccer AM volley, bro.
Oh, I've seen it. That was
banger, innit?
That season, innit?
What are your targets for this season, bro?
Well, obviously, you've got a new challenge this year because we finished in the top 6. We're in the Europa League, which is obviously always good to play in Europe. Wanted it obviously to be Champions League, but it wasn't to be. But that'll be a new challenge. So hopefully we can have a good run in that and get like good experience playing away. The draw was last week and we have to play in like Greece and Portugal. So like that'll be a good experience for a lot of us who haven't played in Europe yet. And I guess try and break that top 6 maybe again in the Premier League because it's tough and teams have strengthened and stuff. And
definitely, man.
The Premier League's never easy, man. Like I say it to everyone, it sounds so cliche, bro, but every game is tough, man. There's no
easy. I can imagine. I can't lie, yeah. I was chatting to my boy and I was thinking, I told him, what's harder? Do you think it's harder being a rapper or being a baller? And I swear down, I think being a baller is way harder, bro. You got to deal with so much, bro.
I don't even think I could put 3 lines together, bro. I just nickel your bars and just repeat.
What's your top 4 realistic targets for Leicester? What would it be?
It's hard to say long-term targets because you can get like, you know, if I say to you, oh, I want to finish 4th now, you can get like derailed a bit. Or if I want to say to you, I want to score 12 goals a season. If you go through like you might go through a little goal drought where you don't score for 4 games or 5 games, but you're playing well, and you start to think, oh, but I set that target, you know? So in my experience now, I'm 23 going on 24 now, so I'm getting old, so I'm a more experienced head now. So I've kind of learned that short-term targets is better, so I kind of try and set targets over like the next few weeks and then I feel like you get more success that way. So the next few weeks would just be like, we've got our first Europa League game next week, get off to a good start in that, get back to winning ways in the Premier League, and like go from there, really, to be honest.
Talk to me about self-belief with being a baller. Like, how do you get to the top? And how do you need to show self-belief to get to the top?
You know me better than most, so like self-belief, like I've always had that, you know, and I've always kind of portrayed that, like even when I was young. So when we used to play at 87 goals on the side and that, I've always been such a big believer. If you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to. Like,
exactly, bro. Exactly.
And like that inner confidence is so important, and it's not easy. Not everyone has it. I think sometimes it's a case of you either have it or you don't, kind of thing. But to believe in yourself, you have to dedicate yourself so much. So like when you're going through that transition of leaving school and stuff, and all your friends start going to house parties, and it's the day before one of your matches, stuff like that. That's when you have to be so like stern, hard with yourself, and it's important you have a good network around you. And I had a great family. My family's the best, man. Like my mum and dad, my brother, my uncle, my aunt, everyone. So I had a great foundation, and it managed to give me the best platform to go and do well. So self-belief and a good network around you is so important.
Who did you look up to growing up as a baller, and who do you think the king of football is now?
Oh, it's a tough question. Growing up, I think I'd have to say it's David Beckham, man. I know it's like cliche, a lot of guys will say it, but growing up, I used to love free kicks, man. Like that was my thing when I was young, and he was the goat. He was the best at it by a mile. His technique and that, and I used to go and watch United when I was growing up, and he was just like the pinnacle of English football at the time. And he was so underrated. I think even now, like I always sometimes watch his YouTube free kicks, and it's just his technique was the best.
His tech is crazy, bro.
Growing up was definitely like my earliest memories of football. Like David Beckham was at the pinnacle of that, and he was the mainstay of that. So I'll probably say him. And the king of football now is obviously Leo Messi, man.
Yeah, definitely. I was hoping you said that.
I love Cristiano Ronaldo so much growing up, and I find Cristiano Ronaldo a more interesting character. I'd rather watch a documentary on him than Messi. But like the king of football, if you ask me that, the question, the king of football is him, man. You just need to watch his clips and watch him. I've watched him. I've been lucky enough to watch him in the flesh. I'd love to play against him one day. I hope that's possible.
Hey, bro.
But yeah, Leo Messi, king of football.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I think Messi's just class. I can't lie. I think he's just class, and he's just the best baller in the whole world still. No one can compare.